So, Evelyn, what's your end game? What is your point? Are we going after Jennifer to deflect the fact that your daughter had a baby with your friend's man? Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Asia Esterak Hour, where film meets conspiracy and pop culture gets a reality check. From sharp recaps to sci-fi theories and media deep dives, Asia Esterak serves it unfiltered. Let the binge begin.
All right, welcome to the Asia Esterak Hour. I'm Asia Esterak. Basketball Wives, Season 12, Episode 2. Let's go. So Basketball Wives has an interesting format. They open with different types of stuff. We had Evelyn and Brittany working out together. Okay. Brandi FaceTimes with her mom to talk about Jason, which we're going to get into a little bit later. And Jackie sends a text to Jennifer and Ming about working out at Runyon Canyon. I used to work out at Runyon Canyon. That shit kicks my ass. Long ass fucking trail. Anyway, so first scene is Evelyn and Brandi meet up for lunch to talk about Jennifer's relationship. It's interesting because Evelyn is going hard for this, and it just seems like she's deflecting. I will agree with them that Christian is definitely controlling. She mentioned last week that he's isolating Jennifer. I 1000% agree with that. But if she chose the man and this is what it is, this is what it is. So Ty meets up with them and joins. Ty is fine, okay? I'm not attracted to women, but Ty, you cute, girl. You cute. Ty is a retired WNBA player. She said she played professionally for 13 years, and she's done a little bit of coaching. She's an entrepreneur. I like Ty. I think she's a cool addition to the group. Brandi was... It's Ty. Brandi and Ty had a really nice moment because Ty was like, "Oh, you're married? You're wearing a wedding ring." Her New York accent don't help shit either. I was like, and you're like extra cuter because of that. But Brandi's like, it's complicated. She goes into that and she talks about her husband cheating on her over 50 times. Sidebar, Brandi and her husband were on Iyanla Fix My Life. Y'all need to go find that episode. That episode was so good. And Brandi's, her reaction when she finds out how many women he slept with, I didn't know they've been married over 25 years. I mean, y'all might as well try to figure that shit out. But I can understand, how do you forgive over 50 women? Ooh. All right. Okay, so the next scene, Jackie and Ming meet up at Runyon Canyon. They're kind of rehashing what happened at the last dinner with Evelyn and Jennifer. Jackie starts talking about her daughter Chantel and starts expressing how she's disappointed that Chantel got eloped and didn't invite her to her wedding. She feels some type of way. Ming talks about her IVF journey. I think she said her daughter is like 3 or 4 now. Daughter's cute. Sounds like she went through hell. She said she spent 91 days in the hospital. That's a long fucking time. Good Lord. I'm glad that she's okay. I like Ming. I like me some Ming Lee. I think she's dope. She has a really cute personality. And she seems like she's about her business. And I love this scene where she read Ty's ass for Phil. One thing I'll say about Ming, and I'm going to talk about her wigs for a minute. I feel like her wigs are too tied up in the... She's so like... And I'm like, that lady's hot. She don't need all that. But whatever. So anyway, they realize that Jennifer still ain't there, so they FaceTime her. Jennifer answers the phone with, of course, Christian next to her, because everywhere you look, Jennifer's with her man. Basically, they ask Jennifer if she's coming. She says no. Christian expresses that he's upset about people coming for his wife. Jennifer also says that she starts talking about Evelyn. She called Evelyn an obsessed fan. I don't disagree with that. Because I don't understand the motive of why Evelyn's doing what she's doing. Everybody else is privy to the same situation outside of the shit with Carl Crawford's cousin. But no one else is going hard the way that Evelyn is. So, yeah. So, anyway, after that, Chantel, we go to a commercial break. We come back. Chantel's at a photo shoot with her son, Noah. He's so cute. She wants to be a stage mom and wants him to be a baby star. She was a child actor and a child model, so she wants her son to go down the same road. She's still practicing her boundaries with Jackie. You could tell Chantel don't like her mama. Not like that. Her mother gets on her nerves. And I feel this tension is going to get more intense as the season progresses. So anyway, we go to Brandi. Brandi actually ends up apologizing to Jennifer about getting involved with everything. And she said in her confessional that she's staying out of it. I agree, you should. I think this is an area where you just mind your business. You got to mind your business. So from there, we see that Brandi is working on her brand. Sorry for the shaking. She apparently released a cookbook. Her friend of over 20 years, Jared, I think that was his name, he's helping her with her website. She's talking about launching seasoning. Brandi says she's focusing on herself during this separation and getting her shit together and focusing on herself and providing for her son. Shout out to Brandi. I like Brandi. Brandi has survived cancer. Brandi has survived that husband. I love it. Good for Brandi. I want to see her do well. I always did like her. I liked her because she stood up to some motherfuckers. So shout out to Brandi. Okay, so Ty and Ming go to dinner. Long story short, they're arguing about their relationship and where it went wrong. They dated for 9 months. Ming is upset because she feels Ty betrayed her. I guess she says Ty was having an emotional relationship with somebody. She says she checked her phone records and Ty was talking to somebody for 3,000 minutes every month. We find out that 3,000 minutes equals to 50 hours. She asked Siri, hilarious. Turns out she was talking to Drew Sidora on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, Ty says nothing happened between them. That she was just lending an ear, listening ear to her friend that was going through something. Drew on her show says a totally different thing. So it's interesting to watch two people on two different reality shows tell two completely different stories about being involved with each other. Very interesting. Chantel FaceTimes with her brother Dougie to, basically confirm that we all know Jackie's crazy and be doing too much. In that conversation, she tells her brother that she kind of wants to do a do-over from the Friendsgiving that her mom had and do an event that's fun for the ladies. Okay, cool. So Jackie meets up with Christian and Jennifer. Christian works my fucking nerves. Let's talk about it. And as a Gemini, and this nigga's a Gemini, he's fucking up the game. No, so Christian with his blonde hair, looking like an extra from Meteor Man, they sit down. He talks in circles, and I fucking cannot with that shit. Everything is an explanation, a misunderstanding. It's so annoying. It's like, you're a scammer, you're a liar, you're a cheater. I don't know if he's a cheater, but if you lie and you scam, you might as well cheat, right? So he starts talking about, he addresses the Evelyn and the Crawford's cousin Kiki and the $1,500. He explains that she wanted to day trade. He has a fee of $1,500. The next step of that is she was supposed to fund her trade account. I understand that because I tried that shit once. And it's not, you got to put some money into trade. So basically he's like, she never funded her trade account. I reached out to her. He pulls out the phone and shows Jackie the text message chain between Carl Crawford's cousin Kiki and him. So he was right. He reached out to her. Hey, are you going to fund the trade account till we can get started? She says, okay, will do. That was in like September. Jackie's like, the next text is from October. The cousin's talking about, I saw the trailer for Basketball Wives. And then the next text is some shit like, I don't do well with people talking about people that I love. Being messy as fuck. Not, I don't know. If the text chain is real, then yeah, like that's ridiculous. And then at the end of the text chain that had nothing to do with anything, she's like, I want a refund. Okay. He was funny though. He shows that he talks about all that, but he still agrees to give her, he agrees to give her $1,500 back. And Jackie says it's better just to clear your name, just pay this lady so she can go away. But it's funny because he went through all of that. He's always saying, I haven't done anything wrong, but you're agreeing to give her money back. I understand why he's doing it, but he did all that just to say he was going to give her money back. Interesting. Anyway, so they continue to chat about the whole Evelyn issue. Evelyn doesn't like Jennifer doesn't like that Evelyn made the comment about Christian being a felon. So she says, well, she's over here worrying about felons. Didn't your daughter have a baby by a felon? Jackie's like, oh. So in the confessional, Jackie's like, she's talking about Shanice again. Evelyn isn't going to like this. And then in the scene, Jackie's like, you are poking a sleeping bear or a sleeping giant, she says. Yeah. So Brandi FaceTimes with her husband, Jason, yada, yada. He's trying to be cute and get it. You could tell he wants his wife back. She ain't here for it yet. Evelyn meets up with Chantel and Ming. She wants to redo her first impressions because she didn't like the way they saw her when she went at Evelyn at the dinner. Honey, they've been watching TV for the past 20 years. They know how you are. So in this sit down, Ming tells Evelyn, everybody messy, it's hilarious. So Ming tells Evelyn that she went on a hike with Jackie. They FaceTime with Jennifer, and she's telling Evelyn that Jennifer says she's an obsessed fan. La da 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 da. Evelyn says, well, she's not even really married. So, of course, that seems to be a running theme on these reality shows of people not really, they accuse people of not being really married. I don't understand what that is. But so in Evelyn's confessional, she says that she did, a little deep dive and looked it up and there is no marriage certificate. She's like, that's just her boyfriend. They're not really married. Okay. What's your point? So the next scene is Chantel's event. They have they meet up at this spot for, to do a big obstacle course. That shit looked fun as hell. And I'm not even a physical type person, but that looked like a lot of fun. It reminded me of Double Dare, and I still want to go on Double Dare. And I want to go on Legends of the Hidden Temple. I know these shows don't exist anymore, but I still would like to go on them. At 44, I want to go on one of those shows. So the ladies meet up. They split into, I think it's a yellow team and a pink team. Little tension at first. Evelyn arrives last with Ty. Jennifer's like, whatever. The obstacle course part was itself because Chantel was versus Jackie. They all were like competing against each other. I fell out when Jennifer got on the obstacle course. Because Brandi goes, Jennifer is a Barbie. She is not going to do well at this. And she didn't. It was really funny. It was a good bonding moment that leads to the bullshit. So after they're done on the obstacle course, of course they sit down to eat. And that's when the shit gets going. So they sit down to eat. Chantel thanks everyone for coming to her event. She's glad everybody had a great time. Jackie then thanks Chantel for inviting everyone and then talks about how things didn't go well at her event, the Friendsgiving. And she talks about how things went left, and she talks about how bad the tension is between Jennifer and Evelyn. She starts talking about the conversation her, Jennifer, and Christian had, and she alludes to Jennifer making the felon comment. And she's like, I just want you to address it here. And Jennifer, who seemed super unbothered, was like, oh, yeah. She said, she goes, yeah, well, Evelyn keeps bringing up Christian being a felon. And I said, well, her daughter had a baby by a felon. Evelyn's face changes. You see that. You see them. She got the Erica Mena anger veins right here and here. You can see her getting boiled. Evelyn starts deflecting and bringing up Carl Crawford's messy ass cousin Kiki about this $1,500. And Jennifer is so like, I don't give a fuck about that. She's like, but why do you keep bringing up him being a felon? No, that doesn't answer my question. Evelyn is continuously getting annoyed. She threatens her basically like, you're not going to be able to walk around the streets of LA. You keep talking about my daughter. Da, da, da. Here's my thing. Evelyn, your daughter's a grown-ass woman. She just had fucking kids. She's grown. If Jennifer want to talk, I just feel like if Jennifer's going to talk shit about her, she's going to talk shit about her. What are you doing defending an almost 30-something-year-old? Isn't your daughter like in her 30s now? Like that. If Jennifer, it's in poor taste to talk about someone's child, whether they're an adult or not. I mean, you knew her as a kid, but if she's going to do it, she's going to fucking do it. I don't understand that. And the reality is, why are you meddling in Jennifer's business? Like, why? Is it because you're deflecting from the fact that your daughter had a baby with your friend's former man? Let's talk about it. Because Evelyn was friends with the game's ex. Like friends. And it's interesting that she's going so hard at Jennifer and her dude, but not talking about her situation. Because to me, that's the biggest elephant in the room on the show. So again, Evelyn, what's the end game? And I agree with Jennifer. This is a storyline for her. I agree. Jennifer is a fool. That's not up for debate. But at this point, continuing to just drive this nail in the coffin of this man and what he's going through doesn't make sense, because why do you keep talking about it? And then you bring Carl's cousin. I'm sorry, my alarm went off. But my whole thing is, Carl's cousin, if that text message thread was real, the cousin's thirsty as fuck. And I kind of feel like it is real. I really do. I do think he might have scammed her as well, because he was just very easy to give that $1,500 back. But I don't know. Evelyn, what's your plan? What's your plan? Because Jennifer sat at the end of that table very unbothered. You could tell she's numb to this shit. She's not intimidated by these ladies. And Evelyn, she ain't scared of you. And Evelyn, you're a grandma now. Ain't nobody scared of you. No one's scared of you. All right, that was Basketball Wives. Episode 2 was good. I'm really curious to see how the rest of the season go. I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious for the Jackie and Chantel drama.